So according to Automotive News, GM will be running a Super Bowl ad featuring basketball star LeBron James as the celebrity spokesperson for a revived Hummer brand. This time, electric.
So wait, they're gonna hang on. It's an electric Hummer?
Yeah. So it now appears that GM will be investing $3 billion in building a new line of premium electric pickup trucks at its Detroit Hamtramck plant starting in late 2021 under the GMC Hummer brand.
Okay, so wait a minute. So they're making a pickup truck.
Yeah.
It's not a Hummer.
Not a Hummer.
It's electric.
I mean, but it is a Hummer.
It's a Hummer, but it's like the opposite of a Hummer because a Hummer is a gas-guzzling, meat-eating kind of vehicle.
Right.
And now you're going to make one that's electric and is also a pickup truck.
Right.
How does the brand handle this?
So remember, the brand was acquired by GM in 1998, and then it kind of peaked in 2006 in sales, and then GM shuttered the brand in 2009 when they went bankrupt. So what are Hummer's two worst problems? Gas guzzling, and the fact that when GM rolled out the car, it was sold at solo dealerships. Basically, you couldn't go to a regular GM dealership to buy a Hummer. You had to go to a Hummer dealership.
I see.
So GM seems to be solving these two problems, they think, with the Hummer brand by making it electric, so it's no longer gas guzzling, and having the Hummer sold at GM dealerships.
The questions that are bubbling around my mind are they going to keep the same shape? Because how do you keep the same brand if it's going to look different? If it is the same shape, how is it going to be in any way efficient enough unless they just stuff it full of batteries, which I don't think GM has the ability to do.
And the second part of this plan is they say that in 2023, they'll be making electric Sierras and Escalades at the plant. I think you're bringing up a good point, which is that GM and Ford seem to be having the same problem, right? They only have these brands left. Mustang for Ford, Hummer for GM. And instead of coming up with something new and just saying, hey, you know what, let's just make a new brand and start over, they're just like, what do we got that people know? Hummer. Now, they're fighting themselves, in my opinion, because putting out a Hummer just calls to mind gas guzzling and ginormous and that look, that military look, which I don't know if that's what they're going to go for. Now, let's speak about design for a second.
Yeah.
You mentioned before that you have an idea like that you would do if you were GM.
Right. My idea would be to not go after this like 2001, 1998 look of the Hummer, but instead go like way back, like some 60s or 50s pickup trucks, because everyone loves the way that they look. And GM owns the body shape of their pickup trucks from back then. Why not just produce them now with an electric drivetrain?
That's a good point. And I mean, if we think back to what Franz von Holzhausen, Tesla's chief designer, did when he worked for Pontiac. This is the Pontiac Solstice, which he designed. And you're right, it's this combination of classic and futuristic.
Right.
And so you take someone like him, he's really good at this. Like, yeah, if GM could pull that off and have a classic looking yet futuristic design, that could be great.
Because one of the biggest reasons that people don't drive around these pickup trucks now is because the engines in them are old, A, and B, when they were produced, weren't that efficient, clean, anything. So if you put an electric drivetrain in one of these pickup trucks and you modernized some of the features, like you put in some cup holders and Apple Play or whatever you want to, stick in the car, I think that they would sell well. I just... Hummer brand, it's just so the antithesis of what they're going for. I don't know. It could work, right?
We'll find out at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. We're all about making the world better here on Now You Know. Everything EV, solar, batteries, technology, Tesla, and more. If that's something you're interested in too, check out our Now You Know channel content like Tesla Time News every Monday and In-Depth every Friday. Now you know.